Welcome back to LA Noire. Before I get going any further, I'd just like to explain what's happened. I got a big copyright strike. I actually had this following video banned and blocked in several countries because of the what's the track? Sorry, so just pull this up. Acknowledge third-party content. Ella Fitzgerald with the ink spot. Into each life some rain must fall. So it's the thing from Fallout 3, if you remember that track. It's all good. So yeah, what I'm doing is re-recording this one thing and then proceeding through without recording all the way through the cases to the street crimes. So what I'm doing is just recording the DLC case, the Consul's car, which is coming up now. A Marriage Made in Heaven and Slip of the Tongue, which is also a DLC case. The Fallen Idol and the subsequent promotion afterwards. Those I won't be recording, just this in this run. After that, I'll be doing the street crimes from fresh, so I won't have done any of them. But yeah, it's just a little bit of background as to precisely what's happened and why I'm having to do this separately. Yeah, on we go.
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. DR is one Oswald Jacobs, says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good, get going.
I didn't want to arrest a kid. So I gave him a...
Better go earn our pathetic wages. Rimsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence has information on a stolen car wreck.
Okay, girls. You stole my cigarette.
An abandoned vehicle. Catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps? Sounds like there's more to it than that. Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say. You're on fire today, Einstein.
Very funny.
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world.
Right, so instead of going
You
into
drive. I need to go over the case notes.
their vehicles, I'm going to be getting into the police vehicles from now on. So it's just easier that way. Map. Let's just around. Okay, so if I do. That was close.
You hear about Adrian? Broad in Seattle threw him out. Wife says she's gonna take him back.
Women generally show more compassion.
What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping the secretary. Margaret should show some pride.
Pride comes before a fall, Bukowski. Talking from experience.
Didn't realize this was on a tunnel.
Any unit able to handle citizen reports of 211 in progress. 437 East 8th Street. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Strictly speaking, you're not really supposed to go up there. Right, options, sound. Nothing's changed. I've got all the same clues and everything else that I'd previously done. The only difference is that it's a completely different playthrough.
Oh, I knew I should have driven.
Here we go, finally. With a slightly beat up police car.
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Car's down the alleyway, detectives.
On bricks.
We got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle?
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
But he is most excellent. He's not bogus. Right, so there's that.
It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Lie detector's out of paper and ink. Prop it up, will you?
They must have taken the flag as a souvenir. Can't have any street value.
And front of the vehicle. Get that one.
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. The car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Ah, there we are.
Combination wrench. Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
There we go, that's what we want. Right, next thing. Trace the address. Dewey Brothers.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey Brothers Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Got it. Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, over we
Let's see
go.
what this Jacobs guy has to say. The car was dumped in his backyard, after all.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here, Mr. Jacobs?
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyways, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
That is Mr. Hal Landon Jr., who is the character's father of Ted Theodore Logan from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey, just in case you were wondering, which is why I said he's most excellent. Witness report.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Truth.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
Hispanic suspects.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
Yeah, right.
You went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
Possible suspect vehicle.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
And that's the truth.
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there. The car was old, but it looked brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Right. So what did you take, Jacobs? Do you want my partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
Well, how about we bring you an umpire's mask?
Funny.
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I. Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
Angelic features, but feisty.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you. Any messages?
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thanks for your help. Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station.
Right, back to the police station.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we have caught this year. One more, and I'm going to go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
have a Juan Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too. And get this, he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
Either that or he's got something to hide. Oh, he's the dude off the cover for it.
I said all's fair in love and war.
About time. Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Pekowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you? I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again.
Mr. Valdez.
Consul General. I insist on my full title.
Fair enough.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase. A disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Jeffrey Rivas is the dude. Consul's car. Doubt.
Bought a Packard, Valdez? A snob like you doesn't drive an American car. I want answers or I'll smack you around the teeth.
William Dewey offered me a substantial bribe to make a purchase at his establishment. It is not unusual to make this kind of transaction in the civil service.
Tell that to the Argentine taxpayers.
Theft of consular vehicle.
Consul General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately, we don't do that here, Your Worship.
Doubt.
You have a pretty good idea who stole the car, don't you, Consul General? Are you going to tell me, or do I shake it out of you?
There's no call for violence. I suspect a disgruntled boy from the car dealership.
You have a name for this kid?
Gabriel, like the archangel. I have no surname.
And the association with Gabriel.
So tell us about this kid, Gabriel. You had a run-in with him?
Mecánico. A presumptuous young man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf.
And that'll be, if we just make sure, yeah, we got his notebook. Lie.
You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Well.
Are you a madman? This will cause an international incident.
That's coming on a bit strong, but yeah.
Danny, Ben, Miguel, Tristan, and Teddy. Full lips. Ring any bells?
I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Gabriel, spill it.
A beautiful but impertinent boy. I mentioned rendezvous and the young man went quite insane. I thought he was going to kill me. I was prepared to pay.
We'll be in touch, Consul General.
You're a modest little person with much to be modest about.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
Speak to Chappie.
Valdez.
Thank God. I'll get rid of him in a couple of hours.
Right. Dewey's.
You're gonna kill someone!
Mr. Valdez moves in some peculiar circles for an international bon vivant.
Ah, English, please. See, this is why nobody invites you out for drinks.
It's just very industrious of him to be so involved in matters of consular transportation.
All right, you're making it worse now. I think what you're trying to say is that lover boy in there is as full of crap as a Christmas goose.
That as well.
Seriously? I'm trying to avoid them. Here we go.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model 4-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me.
Oh, lead the way.
We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest. You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
The yellow one? Or the last one anyway. Here we go. Half. Be 3/8.
One left.
Nope.
That's not right.
11/16.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
There we go.
No good. We need diplomatic plates.
Go back to Mr. Dewey.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Mr. Valdez.
Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
That would be a lie.
And I know a shyster when I see one. You and Valdez are in this together.
Me and Valdez? I hardly know him. Valdez wouldn't wipe his shoes with me.
You can do either one of the two.
We found your contact details in Valdez's notebook. He had to be calling you for something, Dewey.
Okay. So I met Valdez in a bar. We cut a deal. He bought the car through the embassy. I cut him some change on the side. It happens all the time.
Whereabouts with Delgado?
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. Sure as hell isn't here.
That'd be a doubt.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves your head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street. And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
Someone's out of a job. Wrench used in auto theft.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards will steal anything the minute your back is turned.
That'll be down again.
What are you hiding, Dewey? Spill it. You don't want the LAPD getting too interested in this place.
So I hire a few illegals. It's cheaper than hiring returning GIs. They have less attitude. Downside is, they're a little light-fingered.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Dewey.
303.
No problem. God damn that kid. I'm just an honest car salesman.
Yeah.
Seems like you just don't know who you can trust these days.
Going to movies, Dewey. You're missing your calling. Time to visit Gabriel Delgado. See how good his excuse is.
Take the next right.
You read this story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies? You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater. God's name would want that.
I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talkies in color. Look what we have now.
Yeah, but I heard on the news that literally this morning as I'm recording this, or having to re-record this, I should say. Oh,
watch it!
Was not my fault. One of the main broadcasters that we've got here, pay TV broadcasters anyway. You got Virgin Media and you've got Sky, Rupert Murdoch. And Sky has very quietly, without much fanfare at all, completely shut down its production of 3D channels and programs, and closed off its 3D actual Sky 3D channel to all new programming. So yeah, if you got a 3D TV, you're kind of screwed, because the only way you're going to be able to make use of it is by watching your 3D flicks which you may have brought, and yeah, looking at them that way.
Next left. Turn left up ahead.
There we go. So yeah, I thought it was quite funny that they mentioned 3D technology in this, and having that issue with Sky. I think the only chance that
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
three-dimensional
Archangel hasn't already flown.
productions of any description have
What the hell is this guy doing?
is televisions that actually produce 3D signal within the box without any external application of having to use lenses or glasses or any kind of crap like that, because
Here he is, apartment 3.
unless you have corrective lenses, a lot of people really don't like using specs. I know I don't for a fact when I go into a cinema, as I actually have specs. I don't like having the 3D specs on top because it's just very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police. Policia, you understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Miss Rodriguez. We need to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad.
Right. We're going outside, like all the way
How far along are you?
outside. Down here. Yeah, as I was saying, the only chance that 3D's got of being in any way, shape or form a usable medium is going to be as an actual three-dimensional 3D produced
Gets his wheel back.
box. Otherwise there's no chance for it. No peripherals, no nothing like that, just 3D directly from the box.
Diplomatic license plates.
Without users technology, we don't quite have it just yet.
Serving breakfast for two, Anna? You should have cleared up.
That's what I want.
Souvenirs are a dumb move.
Just a bit. Unless you're clever at how you hide them.
You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Motive for auto theft.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
No. No, not even slightly.
His honor, Anna?
He said Dewey's friend tried to make a woman out of him. He no longer respects this man, Dewey. He took the car to show this maricon that he is a man.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
That's a lie.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Then why do you have breakfast plates out?
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what, and I don't want to know. I love him.
Diplomatic plates.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
Then tell us where he is! If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river. Many policia have wrecked trying to follow him.
We will put in a good word for you, Anna. As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Start line. That sounds like a street race to me. It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder Delgado has such an eye for fine automobiles.
We know where the kid is. Let's go stop these clowns and get them off the streets.
Just had to try it. I saw a golden door, but yeah. Right, out we go.
That's the cop. Seems like a decent guy.
To the illegal street race.
Right up ahead.
What kind of man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cards?
Turn right here. Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling the money. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Right, where are we going?
Taking the next right.
Shots fired off speed south. Chateau and Valencia. Chateau and Valencia. Shots fired off speed south. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
All units in the vicinity. Citizen reports at 415 at the corner of Banning and Santa Fe. Suspect vehicles engaged in illegal street racing. Units to handle code 3 identify.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there. Quick! They're getting away!
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. They're getting away. Gonna lose him. Delgado is our boy. Forget the others. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
You see me trying?
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
That'll do it.
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for grand theft auto.
Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's a man? I should have burned his fucking car.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickback, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
A booyah. Nobody else, no trophies for the Consul's car DLC, unfortunately. Still got Valorous, even though that damage was there. Argentinian Consul General Juan Valdez gets his Packard back almost in one piece. So, all questions, all clues. Booyah! Right. That'll be it for this. I'm going to exit back to the main menu because I need to continue on with my current plans and get to where I need to be. Yes, I want to exit. Yes, I need to play through the remaining cases. It's not fair. But yeah, at least well, that's pretty much going to influence what happens in the next few cases too. After, let's see, after the the Fallen Idol, I pretty much will not be using the standard car that you get given. Get into it once to drive it, but other than that, not so much, no. But into the vehicle showroom, and I'll show you what I've got so far. Bonus. Ah, there we go. Police. Just those at the minute. And the Studebaker. So, pretty much where I should be. So, that's Stefan's car. That one is not. It's Rusty's, maybe. That one I need to find, but yeah, it's pretty much where we are for vehicles. I've not gone out of my way to get anything special, and it's pretty much it. So, if you look at cases, just to show you where we actually are, that's pretty much what I've done. So even though I have actually gone forward and I hate that, I have actually completed most of the cases from here. I'm going to carry on by myself, get to where I need to be, which should only take about 10, 20, 30 minutes tops-ish, and get it done. Right, so sorry about the main introduction and the outro for this, but it kind of needs to be said. The music on KTI radio, you cannot turn it off. So if you don't want to hear any music, you need to find yourself a police vehicle and stick to it. Otherwise, you're going to constantly have that KTI radio. If you're not in a police vehicle, you get it all the time. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time in the next case, which will be A Marriage Made in Heaven. So I'll see you next time. Before I recorded this. See you in a bit.